Hi. So I was doodling away on my orangutan last night, and it suddenly occurred to me that one of the pencils I'm using for this piece is actually an extinct pencil. This one, Crimson Lake 20B, is not made anymore by Derwent. They reduced their range a few years back, cutting it down from 90 pencils in the pastel pencil range to 72. And this is one of the ones that got the cut. So I thought that was quite a nice additional narrative to the piece, because this is one of my most recent works of wildlife artivism. It'll become clearer in time what the message is, but ultimately it's to do with the destruction of orangutan habitat due to the production of palm oil, which is used in many products, food products, also cosmetics, and this one is specifically to do with shampoo. So that was a nice accidental discovery, and it made me think, I wonder how many of these pencils are actually still in circulation. I've got loads of pencils from going back, well, more than 20 years. I've been accumulating pastel pencils. It's the only medium I work in, and I'm now an ambassador for Derwent as well, so I get pencils for free, which is really cool. But there are loads of pencils that I don't often use, and Crimson Lake 20B is clearly one of those. I'm really quite impulsive when I work. I don't actually plan the color scheme beforehand. I just work it out live. So often I'm just grabbing a pencil that I think will look right. And I picked this one up, not aware that it's not actually made anymore. So now I'm a bit worried because that's all I've got. There could be another one or two of these in my box of pencils. I'll have to go rummaging through them. But yeah, at the moment, in my mind, this is all I have to produce this piece, and it's quite an important pencil that I'm using for it. So I'm being sparing with it as much as possible. And we'll see, by the end of it, we'll see how small this pencil becomes. Anyway, I'm really happy with how this piece has started. It's always a thrill when it's going right. But you can always mess it up. So I'm going extra cautious on this one. I'm really taking my time. I actually had to start it over once already because I just wasn't happy with the eyes. They were a little bit cross-eyed. And if you don't get the eyes right, especially with a great ape drawing, then nothing's going to look right. So second time round, I took my time and it's going a lot better. Another thing, this is very exciting, but whilst I was drawing last night, I was listening to my favourite show on BBC Radio 5 Live. I texted Colin Murray, and they have on a Monday night, they have a fan club. So they ask their audience to text in suggestions for subjects to feature, and then they prepare a whole hour show on that subject. So I texted in great apes, and to my absolute delight, they announced 10 minutes later that they're going to do it in January. So keep an ear out for that, and yeah, should be fun. We'll look forward to learning more about these amazing animals on national radio. It's so important that these issues get into the mainstream, especially with the way social media operates these days. We're all kind of sorted into categories, and I think social media is actually only enhancing or growing that divide and that disconnect that we have with the rest of nature, because ultimately you end up just speaking with people that are already converted. So it's a great thing that this is going to be on BBC Radio 5 Live, and I can't wait. Thank you, Colin Murray. You are a gem.